Chef Allison here. Welcome to the Last Bite Kitchen. We are going to talk about stock today, specifically chicken stock. This method really would work with any poultry or any red meat as well, beef bones, veal bones. But these basic concepts are going to help you make a really flavorful and simple stock. So the first step is to get all of your ingredients ready. Maybe it's like always, right? You get set up the mise en place of what you're going to get going. And so in this case, we have chicken backs that I got at the Pittsfield farmers market from Taylor Farms. Now these are just the carcass, the rib cage, and then I have 3 carrots, 2 parsnips. Parsnips you can leave out if you don't have them, but I happen to have a couple, so I threw them in there. A large onion and celery. And then I also have parsley, thyme, bay leaf, and peppercorns. So just wanted to introduce you to these concepts first. So you'll notice I've already chopped up the vegetables. They don't have to be cut in any kind of finicky way. They're large chunks because they're going to sit in the stock for a few hours. As far as the backs, now in this case, this, like I said, this just came like the whole rib cage together. You do want to break it up into smaller bits, so I'm just using kitchen shears, and because they're chicken bones, they're going to break up pretty easily, she says, and then has trouble. Otherwise, I'm using this just to show you, to make it easier, these kitchen shears, but you could also just use a big butcher knife and just crunch through them all. The back itself you can easily just break as well and put it in the water. So this is the first step. I'm going to break up the rest of these backs, and then I'm going to add in the large diced vegetable and turn the water on, and then I'll meet you back in a few minutes. All right, 15 minutes later, I have the filtered water here in with the broken down chicken backs that have very little meat on them, and all of the vegetables, the mirepoix that I told you about before. It's coming to temp. I don't know if you can see the steam from that recording, but I'm waiting to do 2 things. I just wanted to check in here for a minute. I'm waiting to start to see some of this little cloudy bits come to the top. It's a scum. It's basically impurities or the blood coagulated from the bone. Once that comes up to the top, I'm going to skim that, and I want to do that in the beginning. Maybe in the first 45 minutes or hour, I'm going to skim that to get most of that off. That will make more clear broth and a cleaner flavor and a cleaner visual. So that's an important step. And then once most of that scum is skimmed off, we're going to add our aromatics, and that's why these are sitting off to the side here. So I'll check back in, and so you can see that process too. Okay, checking in again. We finally came to a boil. So once it comes to a boil, I'm going to turn it down. One of the keys to great stock is you don't actually want to boil the heck out of it. You want to just let it kind of slowly simmer and slowly extract all the goodies out of the solids. So you can see here, I just wanted to give you a little demo. I'm using a ladle here. You get a ladle at any shop, Meyer, whatever, wherever you shop. But so I just sort of dip that ladle in to let some of the scum, like I described, come down into the ladle and out of the pot. And you'll notice when you do your own batch that there's one big batch of scum that comes once it comes up to a boil, and then for the most part you've got it all. So the next step at this point is the aromatics. Now typically you don't put the leaves of the parsley in, you just put the stems. But I think it's such a waste, and I don't really mind the flavor, that extra green bit. I kind of like it. So I am going to Use a parsley stem to tie around the bay leaf to make a little sachet. We'll do a great job of holding it in there just a little bit. And then whole peppercorns. And basically you want those to sit on top. As the stock comes up and bubbles over, you want that to sort of, those aromatics to filter through, or the liquid to filter through the aromatics is what I should say. At this point, I'm gonna just turn it down and let it simmer for probably about maybe 2 hours. You will find all different recipes. Some people, you can find something online that says just make a quick hour stock. Absolutely, quick 1 hour stock, I should say. Try it. You could find one that will have you go overnight. A lot of times in professional settings, we will put it either in a steam jacket kettle or in an oven overnight with a temp so that you are sure it stays to temp the whole time. But in this case, for a stock you can make at home in a reasonable amount of time. What I'm going to do is come back here with you in 2 hours and show you what it looks like. Hi there. So I told you I was going to come back in 2 hours, but it turns out I went and sat down at my desk and got some work done. I took a walk, and now here we are 4 hours later. But I guess that sort of illustrates my point that sometimes in the beginning of the stock making process, it can seem like more trouble than it's worth. But once you get it set up and you do those first few steps that I talked through already, you can see it's pretty easy and you get a product that is way superior to anything that you can get in a box or a can or a bouillon cube, anything like that. So I just want to show you, you can see already in the pot here, maybe about 3 inches of the water in the stock already evaporated. So what I'm left with is a beautiful golden liquid. I'm just gonna strain out a cup here for you to see. Now, so this is a 4 hour run on this stock. Chicken, celery, parsnip, onion, and carrot, and then the aromatics at the end. Remember, I did not add salt, and that's because I don't know what preparation I'm going to use this for. Now I could just sip it because of all the great nutrition in here. It's delicious. You can taste all the floral notes of the vegetables and then that earthy chicken bone flavor. If I want to make a sauce with it, I'm going to reduce it a lot. So if I had put salt in here to make this taste salty to this sip, then by the time I reduced it, it would become inedible. So leave it unsalted in this state, and then salt it as you use it in further preparation. So this could be used for your turkey gravy, for your small Thanksgiving gathering that you're having with your family, or soup the next day, or a million other sauces that I can teach you to make. So if you have any questions, please, like always, shoot me an email, Allison@lastbitechef.com. I'd love to help you figure out how to do it at home because it is definitely worth it.